Markets are near all-time highs, but there is still opportunity in stocks that could catch up to this rally. Kari has some names, 8 names in particular. 8 names? It was 6 before the break. But these 8 names have upside potential. So, Kari, why don't we try and zip through them?
Okay, so the point is that if we put up the chart on what's happened in the last 2.5 months, we've had this massive move for a number of value stocks. It's the value ETF versus the momentum ETF. Momentum was way ahead for the first half of the year. Financials, healthcare, industrials, far behind. So you see on the top, the momentum names are down at the bottom. There's the S&P, value on top. So the way we look at it right now, you've got stocks that have been underperforming the S&P and underperforming the value index. And we think that those stocks, if this rally continues and they have growth prospects for the year, should outperform the market. So, for example, Google is one. Alphabet. It's a stock that has a 22 multiple on next year. It has just started to outperform. It really was flat for about a year. And we see a lot of opportunity there. And it's selling for the same multiple as Procter & Gamble, it's Colgate, it's Coke, Pepsi. Much more growth to it. American Tower. It's the biggest cell phone tower company globally. If global growth picks up, that's a name that should outperform. Visa on the payment side, we're seeing the continued consumer spending picking up. We like that stock here. Blackstone, which is
what a run.
Been a good stock, but still has more to go, and it's a relatively low multiple stock, pays out a very nice dividend since they did that conversion. Boston Scientific, which is a global medical device company, really broadened its portfolio. Again, not a high multiple stock relative to what's been happening in value. And Salesforce.com, which, though it does have a high multiple, has underperformed in this rally. And we think with global growth, China, Europe starting to improve, we see a lot of upside there.
There are 6 names. I stand corrected, not 8.
Oh, fantastic.
6. Want me to add to
Great list.
Yeah, exactly. What do you think of that list? What do you
love the list. I love the 2 on either side of this whole thing. The one with the higher PE and Salesforce. I think Benioff's as good as it gets out there. And I think you're right. It has lagged. I think it makes up for that. Boston Scientific trades at a really great multiple, and these guys seem to be doing everything right. I own that name as well.
Growth, yeah.
How do we feel about being in these financials that have seen a run? A Visa, a Blackstone, for instance.
I mean, financials were beaten down for a while, so we've had a little bit of a run. You showed the value performance versus some other factors and styles over a short period, but if you elongate that chart, there's quite a bit of underperformance and catch-up to be had from value. I think that what was interesting about Kari's list is that there's some more typical growth names and some also traditional value names. I think that's the story, is that there's opportunities in both of those spaces. I don't know that I'm going to call a broad, sustained outperformance of value over the next 12 months, but are we going to see kind of more similar performance from those two? I think that is quite possible, and so be good opportunities there.